Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks so much for joining me and clicking on this video. I appreciate you guys being here. This is what I'm going to be calling the Snyder Watch from now on. It seems like it's becoming almost a daily occurrence at this point, where Zack Snyder is posting a brand new DCEU image to his Instagram account nearly every day now. And I'm so excited. I'm so here for it. I'm going to report on every new image of substance that connects to the DCEU that he's posting, because I'm hoping that these images are leading to something. I'm hoping that he's hyping up the fan base, and then ultimately, at the end of the Zack Snyder rainbow, I hope there's a pot of gold, some sort of substance, something that he's going to be releasing for the fans, because ultimately, if he's stringing us along with these posts, and there's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, that's just cruel, man. It's really not... I mean, that's really cruel to the fan base, to hype everyone up, thinking that something's going to happen, and then the rug pulled out from underneath us because there's no substance behind these posts. But we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, with that said, let's jump into the latest post on his Instagram account and see what he's posted up in the last day or so. Okay, so this is the latest picture that Zack Snyder posted, a picture of himself holding this gigantic IMAX camera. That camera is a beast, man. Look at the size of that thing. And then in the background behind Zack holding the camera, we can see what appears to be a Batman poster over the left shoulder, and then over the right there seems to be a 007 James Bond poster, which is a pretty cool image there of Zack holding that big IMAX camera. I like the fact that he posts black and white images. I think when you see a black and white image, it gives more of that grittiness, kind of dramatic feel when it's in black and white, and it kind of ups the coolness to the images. So I think he likes posting black and white. He seems to do that with a lot of his images that he posts, which I think is really cool. But anyway, he says, this was on BVS. At IMAX is fun to shoot. So let's jump into some of the comments here and see what people are saying. IMAX responds, "Oh, hi, friend." That's from the official IMAX account as well, which is pretty cool to get a response from them. We have the Trinity. BVS IMAX restored version we got in 2021 was the best. Thanks for getting it released. BVS is absolute cinema. Yeah, guys, I've been down the rabbit hole so many times on YouTube of watching Batman v Superman YouTube clips. I watch one clip, and then before I know it, I've been sat there for like an hour just watching clip after clip after clip of Batman v Superman, and I've near enough watched the entire film, but using clips on YouTube. I absolutely love it. I can't get enough of watching the fight scene in Batman v Superman. It's so good. That's really awesome. Let's continue the Snyderverse. So glad I got to participate in the making of this film. I'm in the Snyderverse, and I'll be damned if anyone should tell me to move on from seeing this amazing and beautiful story from being finished properly. Snyderverse will return, prepare for glory. We need another IMAX movie from you. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to see another Zack Snyder IMAX film. And we've got a lot more comments on the post, but we'll kind of leave it there for now, guys, because we're going to go over to social media and check out some Snyderverse social media posts as well, and see what's going on across social media. But yeah, I mean, it's a really cool image, and again, it links back to the DCEU posts that he's been putting up. A lot of the posts seem to center around Batman v Superman. So whether there's an announcement coming to do with BVS, I have no idea. Whether there's like another cut, or there's some footage that we didn't see, like a deleted scene or something, maybe he's going to release. We'll have to wait and see. But again, if he's stringing us along and there's nothing at the end of the rainbow, very, very cruel. But anyway, with that down, let's go over to social media here. So, up first, this comes to us from Sammy. So, for those of you who may not know, I just want to kind of show you guys this. So, on social media, Snyderverse trending event start times. On November 17th, let's come together and fight for the continuation of Zack Snyder's Justice League saga. So, make sure you're aware of which time in your country is going to be taking place. For me, in the UK, it's 4 p.m. You can see on the poster here, UK 4 p.m. So you can see the different time zones, the different countries, and you can kind of see, depending on where you live, when to post up hashtag restore the Snyderverse and hashtag sell Snyderverse to Netflix. So we can all do this at the same time. We have a gigantic push. Hopefully the movie studios will see this, and then if a movie studio buys out Warner Bros. Discovery, they'll see that there's a passionate fan base, and perhaps it will move the dial for one of the studios, and we may get the restoration of the Snyderverse. It's a long shot, but it's definitely worth trying, that's for sure. Okay, so with that poster down, let's move back on to DCEU stuff here. Okay, so Larry Fong, the cinematographer who worked on Batman v Superman, posted a beautiful concept art reel of BVS, the greatest superhero movie ever, on his Instagram. What a work of art. Yeah, so for those of you who may not know, we did report a few weeks ago that not only is Zack Snyder posting up DCEU images, but the actual cinematographer who worked on Batman v Superman, he posted up a few pictures of Superman himself, and it looks like he's been putting up an art reel now as well of BVS. So he's continuing to post things at the same time Zack Snyder is. Gal Gadot also posted up a picture of herself as Wonder Woman, which got over 1 million likes on her Instagram, which is insane. So, you know, there's a lot of hype that's building up here. So we can see here, we've got a couple of pictures. Before the prompts, Batman v Superman, he posted up. And we've got this image here, Batman v Superman. I can't really make out exactly what that is. But the cinematographer says here, I remember feeling so inspired and also intimidated by this incredible concept art. So grateful to have been part of this project. What a team that all gave so much for Zack Snyder and his vision. So yeah, I mean, again, the cinematographer kind of adding onto the hype train here. So it's great to see that he enjoyed his time working on the film, which is really cool. Okay, moving on here. From the Snyderverse, Larry Fong's Instagram story today. Fong is back for Zack Snyder's Justice League 2. They don't know that for a fact. That's just hyperbole on their part. But again, he was posting up these pictures on his Instagram reel that we just kind of looked at again, but it's just a different person reporting on it here. So again, the cinematographer for BVS posting up that reel there to do with the DCEU and BVS, which is really cool. Okay, so again from the Snyderverse, Universal may do business with Warner Bros. Discovery and Zack through Instagram. Zack has shared a new... They have shared new Justice League trilogy pictures, cryptic song choices, tracks from Nolan and Hans Zimmer, posted about IMAX in regard to DC, Larry Fong's BVS post, Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 may happen, with Fong on IMAX film, Hans Nolan producer at Universal. So this person really, really wants, Universal to take control of Warner Bros. Discovery and wants Zack Snyder to continue his Justice League over at Universal. When Universal kind of announced that they were kind of looking into the financials of Warner Bros. Discovery and potentially placing a bid, I think a lot of people were pretty excited about that. A lot of people like Universal as a movie studio, so I think a lot of people will be excited if Universal gains control of DC. Okay, Donna Langley's Universal isn't going to work with Zack Snyder on a $200+ million movie. Seems like your fandom will never change. Back then, it was Final Crisis, and today it's something else. I'm not really sure what that's about. Or is it just really good at gaslighting you people into blindly following him for engagement? It must suck being retarded. What? Seek help while you wear a straitjacket. Delusions. Why would Hans come back when he didn't come back for BVS or Zack Snyder's Justice League? And he said over and over that he's done with superheroes. Why make shit up? Yeah, so there's a lot of people that don't like the comments this guy's putting out. They think he's just, engagement farming, basically. So come to your own conclusions about this post here, guys, and let me know what you think about that. Okay, moving on to this, something slightly different. Amber Heard was fighting for her life in Justice League's mirror costume. I came across this the other day and it made me laugh. So she's kind of in her costume trailer, in between scenes, and she's trying on her costume, and she can barely move in it, and it's pretty hilarious. Let's check this out. Okay, let me just, okay, it's muted. Yeah, look, she can barely move in her costume. Like, she can't bend over properly. It's pretty hilarious. By the way, she is proper gorgeous. She is really beautiful, like Amber Heard, man. She looked fantastic in her costume. But the fact is she dropped something on the floor and she couldn't bend down to get it. I find that pretty funny. But that costume is probably worth a lot of money. So if she bent over in the wrong direction, she could potentially like break part of the costume or crack it or something if the costume's not that flexible. So I bet she had to be pretty careful with it. But yeah, I just found that pretty funny. Okay. And finally, we'll move on to this, the last post of today. And this is pretty inspirational. I like this post. I think this is a good way for us to end. So, with the power of the fans, we can achieve anything. How it started, release the Snyder Cut. How it's going, restore the Snyderverse. It's like, yeah, we already completed one objective. Release the Snyder Cut. Check, we done that. Mission accomplished. That's down. And we came together as a fan base. We got that done. So, restore the Snyderverse. Can we get that done as well? It's a bigger long shot because there's more money involved in doing Justice League 2 and 3. We're talking about several hundreds of millions of dollars, you know, to fund these movies. It's not like restoring the Snyderverse, which was like 50, 60, 70 million dollars. Still a lot of money. You know, to restore the Snyder Cut, sorry, I think it costs around about $70 million to restore the Snyder Cut. But to produce Justice League 2 and 3, they're going to be heavy CGI films. They're going to cost like $200 million each at least to get those movies made. So it's a real long shot. But as a fan base, you know, we might be able to just get it done. And it would be a pretty incredible story if we got the announcement that those movies were being made. So let's cross our fingers. Let's pray to whatever gods you may worship. And let's hope that it happens. What happens if it doesn't happen? Well, nothing. Nothing happens. Like, we just, as fans, we just continue to enjoy Zack Snyder's work. I mean, if we don't get Justice League 2 and 3... Zack Snyder's going to continue to make movies. They're not going to be DC movies, but we still get to enjoy. Enjoy the DCEU movies we have. And then, if no more DCEU movies are made, then we just enjoy Zack Snyder's other movies as he goes forward in time. I'm still going to support Zack Snyder as a creative director. I love his movies outside of DC, so I'm going to continue to watch and support Zack Snyder, even though he's not doing DC anymore, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will as well. Okay, so that's pretty much where we are, guys. A brand new photo of Zack Snyder holding an IMAX camera. This was on BVS. IMAX is fun to shoot. So again, linking it back to the DCEU. Do you think there's substance here? Do you think we're going to be getting an announcement sometime soon? Maybe they'll announce something over Christmas as a Christmas present to the fans. You never know. But jump into the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, comments, theories, opinions, and anything else you want to talk about regarding this news. Would love to hear your thoughts as always, guys. Thanks so much for being here, and I will see you, as always, in the very next video.